Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about lies that people tell about celebrities. I've really wanted to make this video for a while, but I just couldn't think. I had to really dig deep and think about things that I remember that people just made up about celebrities. The reason I wanted to talk about this is that I feel like it's really dangerous, especially on social media, for people to just use, their big Twitter followings or use whatever to then push out narratives that aren't true about people just because they don't like them. I don't believe in that. I believe in speaking the truth about someone and then formulating an opinion on the truth. I don't like when people make up lies about anyone, regardless of who it is, regardless if I stand them or not. And so I'm just going to show you some things that people have said about celebrities that turned out to not be true. Some of these things make the celebrities look better. These things make the celebrities look worse. But either way, the truth should be out there rather than lies. And like I said, I really don't like it when on social media people use their platforms to put out lies. So I'd like to use my platform, the little platform that I have, to put out the truth and put out what actually happened in these scenarios. But before I do get into this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of all of these situations. Tell me something that you were surprised to learn was actually a lie. I'd really like to know that because I think a lot of people have misconceptions about these situations. So I'd really like to know what you believed at one point. And also, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for 600 of subscribers. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into this video. Now, the first person that I'm going to talk about is Selena Gomez, and I know that a lot of you know that I do not like Selena Gomez. She's done a lot of super shady things, like literally physically abusing Justin Bieber. But this isn't really a critique on her per se, just because she didn't say any of these things. She didn't make up these lies. She didn't put these lies out. So this really doesn't have anything to do with her necessarily, but more so to do with her fans making up lies about her. If you're not on Stan Twitter, if you don't interact with her fandom that much, then you wouldn't know this, but they are known for making up lies to make Selena look better. They've made up lies about her charting certain ways. They've made up lies about this, that, and the other. And they always lie to make her look better. That's really what it boils down to. Like, they made up the lies that Justin Bieber cheated on her. There's no evidence to prove that whatsoever. There's actually evidence to disprove the fact that he cheated on her, but they love to, perpetuate these lies just to make her look better, which then makes me think, then why do you stan her? Because you obviously don't think that you think that she needs help to look better as a person. Like, isn't the truth good enough? But anyways, so recently, the reason why I even made this video is because there have been reports that she donated $5 million to Australia because Australia has been on fire for a while now, and that has actually not been proven true. And so I just wanted to go ahead and show you what people have said that she's donated to, or things that she's done, philanthropic donations that she's actually never been proven to have made. So first, let's start off with the whole Black Lives Matter donation that she allegedly made, but again, there's no proof of that. So if you don't know, in 2016, while everything was happening between Taylor Swift and Kanye West, Selena Gomez was speaking out about it, and somebody asked her she was saying we should speak out about real things that are going on in the world. You guys are just being petty and attacking Taylor for no reason. Basically care about things that are more important. And so someone quote tweeted her and said, well, then why aren't you talking about Black Lives Matter? Why aren't you saying that? And she said, oh, LOL, so that means if I hashtag something, I save lives? No, I could give two Fs about sides. You don't know what I do. So basically, what she did was she degraded the Black Lives Matter movement about people losing their lives to police brutality, to straight up racism in the United States. She degraded it to a hashtag. She said, so if I hashtag something, I save lives. Well, Selena Gomez, if you use your platform for that and you use that hashtag, it's showing that you are showing solidarity with the movement. Now, I don't necessarily believe in making celebrities speak out about certain things. I really care about if they're just not racist. Like, I wouldn't care if she used her platform to speak about Black Lives Matter. I'd be happy that she did, but I wouldn't be super upset either way. Like, if she didn't speak about it, I wouldn't feel any type of way. But when you then say this about the movement, then it shows that you're not solid with the movement. So after that happened, people really gave her a lot of flack for it, and people have been using that against her for a long time. So there were then reports that she donated like money anonymously, right? Which, when you say that it was anonymous, obviously that means that no one can fact check. No one can fact check the fact that she donated or she didn't donate. So fans were saying that Selena donated all of this money, and then Popcrave, which is like supposed to be a really reliable, pop source, and who people have exposed for pretty much being biased towards Selena Gomez, which again, I believe in, I believe that everyone is biased. I believe that everyone has an opinion and everyone is biased. However, when they report things that are lies, like this one. So they reported that the co-founder of Black Lives Matter, had an exclusive interview with them and said that Selena, she donated all of this money. And the co-founder came out and said, you definitely need to check your sources better. 1, I've never spoken with you at Popcrave. 2, I live in Oakland. 3, you need to correct this immediately and source the person you actually talked to, because it wasn't me. So they blatantly, just straight up lied. They straight up lied about an interview. And I think that the reason why they lied is to try to give, they tried to make the lie that Selena Gomez donated all this money into a fact when it's just not true. And so they used this person and they used false information to then further this lie. And so I really don't like it when people use Twitter and use Twitter sources that aren't actually true to then perpetuate an image of someone that they want out there in the world. And then currently, and this tweet was the reason why I decided to make this video, because I felt like you really just lied. Like, you just straight up just made something up. So someone tweeted, Selena Gomez has donated an amount of $5 million toward the Australia bushfires. Thank you, Selena. Now, if you look at the person who tweeted this, they are literally a Selena Gomez stan. So first of all, how is this a source? People are just believing this. They're just straight up believing it without any fact checking. You can't find anywhere online that she actually did make these donations. What organization is this supposed to be? People are just believing this. Like, an organization would tweet that, right? But no, it's not an organization tweeting this. It's her fan. So they're basically making stuff up to make her look better, which also is messed up considering the fact that the Kardashians are getting a lot of flack for quote unquote not donating, when in reality people can make donations privately. But they know that the Kardashians are getting a lot of flack for this, and people always look towards celebrities for donating, but they don't look towards themselves. You could donate yourself, but you choose to yell at celebrities on Twitter, but you know what, that's fine. It's not like you're totally broke. You could donate too, but you decide to yell at celebrities and tell them how to spend their own money. But okay. And so they're using this outrage to then, fuel people liking Selena Gomez, because really, if you think about it, the only reason why she's famous now has nothing to do with her talent, because Sweetie can't sing. Let's call it what it is. What it really boils down to is people think that she is that girl that everyone can relate to because, oh, she was cheated on, and oh, her ex did such horrible things to her, when in reality she literally physically abused him on video. And there's no proof to back up the fact that she was cheated on. That's another lie, but I didn't even include that in this video. They know that really what it is that people like Selena Gomez. It doesn't have anything to do with her talent. And so they're going to try to keep perpetuating lies to make her look better. So yeah. Her donation things were never proven, and therefore I think that they're lies. Unless she confirms it, I'm just gonna not believe any of it. Next, I'm going to talk about Justin Bieber, and I'm just going to preface this by saying I know that you guys are going to try to say that I'm biased, but at the end of the day, I'm giving you facts. So, whether you think I'm biased or not in what I'm presenting to you, if I'm presenting to you a lie, then you can say something, but I'm not presenting any lies. I'm literally disproving lies. So, let's just cut that now. Also, again, I'm an opinion page and I'm allowed to stand who I stand. I'm allowed to dislike who I dislike, and I'm allowed to have reasons for those opinions. But anyways, I wanted to get into lies about Justin Bieber. A big lie that people have told since literally for years that has never been proven is that Justin Bieber spit on fans, and they use the same picture of him spitting off a balcony. Now, I have for years never believed this, just because I felt like that if you actually stand Justin, if you actually have watched him grow, you know for a fact that he's never treated fans like that ever in his life. He's always been really respectful, and a lot of times fans have disrespected him to his core, and he's, tried to be as professional as possible and as mature as possible. Also, he literally grew up in the spotlight. So from the age of 16 to almost 26 now, he's literally been in the spotlight. So I just feel like people were just trying to put things on him because they just simply don't like him. And so, people would always show that same picture. But the problem with that picture is the simple fact. Where are the fans? There's no picture of the fans below him. People always show a picture of Justin Bieber spitting off a balcony, but they don't show the fans, right? So if they would have a full picture or a full video of him spitting on fans. Where are the fans that he spit on? Can you find any of those fans? Did they ever speak out? No, they didn't. What happened was that TMZ took that picture and they decided, let's make up something. So they said, oh, Justin Bieber spitting on fans. It was during his Bizzle phase. He was, acting out, quote unquote, acting out, when he was really just being a 19-year-old. I mean, in my opinion, he wasn't doing that crazy stuff. Like, I'm in college, I'm around people at that age, and I'm telling you, what he did isn't even close to what people do in college, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and show you this article that I found on US Weekly. It's dated 2013. You can look it up yourself if you don't believe me. But it says basically Justin Bieber's rep explains spitting pictures, says singer wasn't spitting on fans, which again makes sense because you don't see a picture of the fans. Where's the picture of the fans with the spit on their heads? Where's the videos? Where are the fans themselves? They would have said something, right? But they didn't. Why? Because they don't exist. It didn't happen. So I'm going to go ahead and just let you read the screenshots of the article that I have, and then I'm just going to go ahead and keep going with the video. So go ahead and pause to read the article that I have on screen. Now, I could go on and on about all of the lies that have been spewed about Justin Bieber, but really what it boils down to is that people don't want to fact check when they like what they hear. So if they like that they hear something, negative about Justin Bieber, they refuse to fact check. They refuse to say, wait, is that really true? Or are people just saying this because it's popular to dislike Justin Bieber? Whether you want to admit it or not, and whether you like Justin or you don't, you have to admit that at one point in time it was extremely popular to dislike Justin Bieber. Regardless of if people are telling the truth or not, people are just going to believe lies about him because they just simply don't like him. The same with Selena Gomez, but I think in a different way. So with Selena Gomez, people already like her, or they already want to like her. So when they see something that's positive about her, they'll just take that and run with it without fact checking to see if it's actually true. And so that's what I feel like happened with Justin. And there's a plethora of things that have been spewed about him that are just not true. Like, again, him cheating on Selena Gomez isn't true. She said herself that she was single for 4 years, and within that 4 years, people were claiming that Justin was cheating on Selena when they weren't even together. She said that they weren't together. But again, people they won't fact check, which I encourage you, I challenge you to fact check everything that I'm saying in this video, because I want you to know that I'm not just gonna be out here spewing lies because I like someone or dislike someone. It's either true or it's not. If I don't like someone, I'm going to have solid, truthful reasons to not like someone. And if I like someone, I'm going to have solid, truthful reasons to like them. So yeah, that's all I have to say on the Justin Bieber situation. Maybe I'll make a separate video about all of the lies specifically about Justin. But yeah, that was just one instance that I feel like people have believed for years, and that's been false for years, and that's irked me for years. Next, I wanted to talk about Kendall Jenner. Now, I feel like with Kendall Jenner, a lot of people simply don't like the Kardashians. They don't like Kylie. They don't like Kendall. They don't like Kim. They don't like Kourtney. They don't like Khloe. So what they're going to do is they're going to spew lies about them. The same thing that I said about Justin Bieber applies to the Kardashian-Jenner clan, in my opinion. So a lot of times I see a lot of hate tweets, getting viral about them that turn out to be false, like all the time. This stuff happens all the time, and people don't care to fact check. I could also make a separate video about all of the lies spewed about the Kardashians, because there are a lot, and it really irks me because it's like, again, if you have to make up things to make you dislike someone, then maybe you don't have valid reasons to not like them in the first place. And so the same is true with Kendall. There was a point in time, I think it was a few months ago, where someone tweeted a picture of 5 different basketball players, and they were like, Kendall Jenner, these are all Kendall Jenner's exes, and she, dated a starting lineup in the NBA. And then Kendall had to actually take to Twitter to deny dating 5 of these NBA players, which, one, if someone was talking about Taylor Swift and all of the guys that she's dated, people would be up in arms talking about feminism and how you're shaming her and da-da-da-da-da. But when it comes to Kendall Jenner, it's okay to shame her. It's okay to blast her for, dating 5 different guys when she hadn't dated all of them. And so I'm just going to go ahead and show you these tweets really quickly and then come back with everything else that I need to say on the situation. What I just find annoying and strange about the situation is the fact that if it were any other woman, everyone would be up in arms, everyone would be a super feminist, everyone would be attacking any man that had anything to say about Kendall Jenner and be like, you don't know her dating history, you need to stop shaming her, so what, even if she did date all 5 of them. But it's not that energy. Nobody keeps the same energy when it's towards a Kardashian. I find that a lot of the time, if a Kardashian has a certain dating history, they are shamed up and down Twitter by everyone and their mother. But when it comes to someone that they like, someone that is easy to like for them, it's not the same energy. Like, if someone said the same thing about Selena Gomez, would people be up in arms? Yes, they would. They would be completely up in arms. Because honestly, it's not right to assume that she's dated 5 different guys in the NBA. It's just not right to assume that. It's not right to shame her for that either way, no matter who it is. But nobody cares about right and wrong towards everybody, which is really just, practicing equality, which is something that everybody preaches, but nobody really does. People just care about making who they like look better and making who they dislike look worse. And so they're not going to say anything about the fact that she was literally dragged up and down Twitter for something that wasn't even true. People just like to spew these accusations, especially towards the Kardashians, because they spew a lot of things that are just not factual. They just spew it. They just tweet it and everyone just believes it because they're like, well, it's about a Kardashian, so it must be true. That in and of itself is just like, bro, like, do you even care about knowing the truth, or do you just care about making these people look worse? So in this situation, I really was just annoyed, and I felt like I was just happy that Kendall said something, because usually they don't really say anything about a lot of these rumors. So I'm glad that she spoke up and said something, because that was just really out of pocket in my opinion. Next, we have Ariana Grande and Mac Miller. Now, this is more of an opinion part, so if you like, it's not necessarily super factual because we don't really know how Mac Miller died or why he died. There's been a lot of speculation, but I'm just going to, give you facts to then back up what I'm saying. So, a lot of people back when Mac Miller passed away, they immediately blamed Ariana Grande. She was engaged to Pete Davidson at the time. She was just fresh out of her relationship with Mac Miller when she got with Pete, and they immediately got engaged. And a lot of people were saying he was so heartbroken because of Ariana that he ended up taking his own life. First of all, it's never been proven that Mac took his own life. There have been actually like 3 people arrested in connection with his murder, allegedly. So allegedly people actually laced his drugs. So if someone laces your drugs, did you really mean to kill yourself? I don't think so. A lot of people are saying that he did not kill himself and that he didn't overdose on his own. He didn't mean to overdose. I don't think that there was even a suicide letter or anything like that. But I don't think that he intentionally meant to overdose on drugs. Mac had a really bad drug problem, and he talked about being sober, but then he also backslid. And a lot of people think that that is the reason why he and Ariana Grande ended up not working out. 2, even if, let's say, and I don't want to put this out because I really don't believe that he did take his life. I refuse to believe that Mac Miller took his life. Maybe that's just me being delusional, but I don't believe it. Even if he did, you cannot blame Ariana Grande for his decision. You cannot blame anyone for taking their own life. You can't blame that on anybody. I think that's one of the toxic things about 13 Reasons Why, even though I watched that show, I'm going to admit that. One of the toxic things about 13 Reasons Why is that she blamed so many people for her not being able to honestly deal with her problems correctly and in the most healthy way possible. And I think that it's really messed up to use that narrative, especially when, in Mac's last few months on this earth, he talked about her in an interview. He talked about her engagement with Pete Davidson, and he didn't seem bitter at all. Now, could he have been lying about how he felt? Sure, maybe. But I'm just going to show you this clip, and then you can determine that for yourself.
I was in love with somebody. We were together for 2 years. We worked through good times, bad times, stress, and everything else. And then it came to an end, and we both moved on. And it's that simple. It's strange. Like, the whole thing is a little strange, but it's not negative. It's just a part of something that's gonna continue to help make me who I am. Like it's all positive energy. Like, I am happy for her and moving forward with her life, just as I'm sure she is with me.
So in that interview, you saw he literally said that he was moving on himself, and that he was happy for her, and he thought it was strange. Sure, I thought it was strange. I thought that she was sick in the head. To be quite honest with you, I thought she was sick in the head for getting engaged to that clown. But he was moving on with his life. And I also think that it's messed up, really, to make everything in Mac Miller's life now about Ariana Grande. Like you're taking someone's whole life and compiling it into, oh, he killed himself because of Ariana Grande. Like, no, he had his own individual issues with drugs that he talked about in his music that, that was known and that he had to deal with on his own. He's a grown man. And to, blame a grown man's drug addiction on somebody else is not okay, and that's not how you mourn someone or deal with it, by blaming and placing the blame on other people. At the end of the day, I think that it was two things. I think people already didn't like Ariana Grande because she moved on so quickly, which granted, yes, it did look strange, but they broke up how they broke up, and I just feel like Pete Davidson was a convenient rebound in my personal opinion. I think that she was on crack. And then, Mac Miller, he was just going through his own stuff, and people need to understand that and not, think that he didn't have issues. I think people don't want to accept that he had issues. So people want to blame Ariana Grande and they don't want to blame Mac Miller. It's a perfect mixture. But I feel horrible for Ariana. I mean, people were calling her a murderer. Were calling her horrific things. And the fact that she had to deal with that and be strong through that makes me really respect her, because of how evil people were being to her. Just straight up evil. Instead of celebrating Mac's life, they were trying to end hers with words. And I'm glad that she was so strong, and I'm glad that she's getting through it. So yeah, that whole situation was so disgusting to me. Now that we've talked about Ariana, let's talk about Victoria Justice. Now, if you don't know who she is, which if you're my age or anywhere around my age, you probably do, but I know that I have a wide variety of people watching my channel, which I'm so grateful for. But anyways, Victoria Justice was the star of the hit show Victorious on Nickelodeon, where Ariana Grande really got her start. And for the longest time, even I, which I felt so bad when I saw this clip, even I believed this lie, and that was that Victoria Justice was a mean girl. I didn't really believe that, but I more so believed that she was the reason why Victorious ended. There was a rumor that pretty much Victorious ended because Victoria Justice wanted to go on a solo tour instead of on a cast tour. Now, mind you, Victorious was one of the biggest shows on Nickelodeon. Like, it was a huge show. Everybody loved that show. And it was still at the height of its fame when the show ended abruptly, really. And so people really did blame Victoria Justice. Even I did. And so she actually did an interview, and I didn't know that this was like 4 years ago. I hadn't seen it until recently when Victoria started getting spotlight more because it's on Netflix now. But she talked about why the show actually ended, and I just want you to watch this clip, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you my thoughts.
Talk about, you have addressed this before, this whole controversy with Ariana Grande and the feud,
Right.
so-called feud that you've said is not true. It keeps coming up over and over and over. It's back again in the news. First of all, set the record straight. And why do you think it keeps coming back?
Okay, I would love to set the record straight because I feel like these rumors have been going on for way too long. So basically, there was an article in 17 magazine where she had said that she was bullied on set, and the magazine basically alluded to it being me. And then, so once the article came out, actually before it came out, she texted me privately and she was like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. You know how the media like twists words. I was not talking about you. Obviously, like I was talking about one of someone on Broadway that I had worked with. But once it got out there, like everyone thought that I was this bully and that I was mean to her, which couldn't be further from the truth. Like, sure, we have had like our differences, but at the end of the day, like everyone in the cast of Victorious was a family, and I love and respect all of them and wish all of them well, no matter what.
Yeah.
And it was just this ongoing thing, and then people were blaming me, saying that I was selfish for going on tour and that I was the reason why Victorious was canceled, which first of all couldn't be further from the truth because I am not a Nickelodeon executive. I have absolutely no power over whether or not the show continued on, and a lot of the other cast members didn't want to go on a Victorious tour anyways, so it was just kind of unfair, and it was this whole thing, and hopefully now that she's talked about it, I've talked about it, there's no feud. We can put this behind us now, and we can practice what Frozen preaches, my friends, and let it go to the media.
Let it go, all right.
After that video, I really felt bad for Victoria. I feel like, after the show ended and there was a bit of a Twitter feud between Ariana Grande and Victoria Justice right after the show had ended. So a lot of people were just really upset with Victoria Justice because it seemed like she was the bad guy. But after that video, I felt really bad for her. And I think that a lot of people dislike Victoria Justice because if you've seen that, I think we all sing a meme. She seemed really kind of jealous of Ariana Grande specifically, and really just the rest of the cast. If we're gonna be completely honest here, the rest of the cast was more talented than she was. Let's just keep it all the way 100 real. If it was just Victoria Justice with a whole different cast who weren't as great as the other, like as everyone else was, I wouldn't have really watched the show, because quite frankly, the rest of the cast made it. Like Ariana Grande on the show, and like, you know, even Trina and Beck and Jade and everybody, I just loved the show because the whole cast worked together. I even liked Victoria Justice. The whole cast worked really well together, but I think people started to see, like, as we grew up, wait, Victoria Justice is like the least talented singer, and they just kind of started to dislike her. But and even I did, but you can't really blame her. She was just taking an opportunity to be on a show and to have her own show. And, you know, if they told her to sing, she was going to sing. If they told her to jump, she was going to say how high. And it's not really her fault that she doesn't have the type of voice that they did. You know, she tried to work as hard as she possibly could to have that type of voice. Now, does she need to go into singing now? No, she doesn't. But I don't blame her for taking that opportunity. And I definitely don't blame her anymore for the show ending. And I feel it really bad that people, you know, have been putting this on her for so many years. It's been so long. So I just really hope that, like, people like learn that she wasn't the reason why the show ended. And yes, I really do hope that people let it go, Victoria. I mean, it's been ages. It's not like the show's coming back, so there's no point in harping on it anymore. And lastly, the last rumor thing that people have been saying for so long, because again, like I said, people just want a reason to hate the Kardashians and the Jenners. That's truly what I believe. Y'all can say whatever you want in the comments down below, but this is just like, this accusation right here was just so annoying that it just confirmed to me what I believed already. But pretty much people have said for a while now that Kylie Jenner stole Travis Scott from Justine Skye. Justine Skye is a singer. She's really, you know, she's been friends with the Kardashians. She's best friends with Hailey Bieber. Like, she's been in that friend group for a while, and people have consistently said that Kylie Jenner stole Travis Scott from Justine Skye. Now, this accusation is totally, like, this accusation is so insane, considering that there is like zero evidence for this. There's really no evidence. There's actually evidence disproving that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you this first clip where you know, Justine is talking about her quote unquote relationship with Travis Scott. So go ahead and watch this clip, and then I will come back with everything else that I have to say.
Don't date Travis Scott.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Was that your little boo thing? Because that was a rumor.
I mean, we're cool.
So y'all didn't go on no dates
cool
or
for that
anything.
one.
There was no interest in that way.
Nah, we just hung out. We just hung out. We really.
Street is you and Travis Scott are an item. Is there
I
any
mean,
truth to
we're
this?
cool. We're just chilling. I mean, he's cool.
Okay.
We vibe. We kick it. We have great energy.
So I guess that means you sort of are or not, or no confirmation. I don't want to put too much out of you. You know what I mean? Like,
Now, people are trying to, first of all, take these two clips and try to say that they had a relationship off those two clips. People are trying to take interviews where she said, we're just kicking it. There's not, like, we're not in a relationship. And they're trying to say, oh, yes, you were in a relationship. Because, of course, like, they were totally there. They know exactly what she's doing behind the scenes. That doesn't make any sense. Another thing is, you know, people are also going to try to say, like, oh, she probably just doesn't confirm anything. She's probably just a private person. But she's confirmed her relationship with GoldLink. So, again, miss me with that. I feel like if they were in a relationship, she'd confirm it, and if they weren't, they weren't. So she wasn't in a relationship with him to begin with. Second of all, people are trying to say they're not friends anymore. You don't see them together anymore. This, that, and the fourth. Then what's this? So here is a picture of Jordyn Woods, Cara Delevingne, Kendall Jenner, Justine Skye, and this girl named Hannah Logan. This is at Kylie Jenner's birthday party, her 21st birthday party, meaning in 2018 when she had already had Stormi and she'd been with Travis for a minute. Oh, and you know Travis was there. So you mean to tell me that they're not, first of all, that they're not friends anymore. One, that they're not friends anymore. I'm sorry, but I don't know what type of like psychopath would like invite someone that they're not friends anymore with. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you invite someone that you're not friends with anymore? Oh, and then like you would also invite someone that you stole their boyfriend, but you're gonna invite them to your party, and oh yeah, they're gonna come. The logic is just lost on the masses. Like, are you kidding me? So do I believe that Kylie Jenner just stole Travis Scott from this black woman and we just have to, come on, let's use logic here. Why would she be at her birthday party? Why would she be around Kylie Jenner? Why would she be around Kendall Jenner? She's always with Kendall Jenner. She literally went on vacation with Kendall Jenner and Hailey Bieber like a few months ago. Oh yes, but yes, of course. Kylie definitely stole her whole boyfriend. She stole her husband. Might as well just start saying that Travis Scott was her husband. Might as well, like, people just say things. They don't have any proof for what they say. They have proof literally that demolishes all of their claims, and yet they continuously spew things that are absolutely not true because they want to push a narrative about people that they don't like. Listen. Y'all can try to say that I'm biased, this, that, and the fourth, but at the end of the day, I showed you cold, hard facts. Even though I'm not a drama channel, like I've said before, I'm a commentary channel, I showed y'all cold, hard proof that those claims don't make any sense. I don't know. If you would invite someone who, you stole their boyfriend from, if you would invite them to your party, like, let me know in the comments, please. I would love to know who would actually do something like that. Anyways, guys, that is it for me. This video was long, but I feel like people should know these things because I just don't like when there are lies about anyone. And I know that the one thing that I had about Selena Gomez in this video was pretty negative, but what I will say is that it was not a critique on Selena at all whatsoever. It wasn't bashing Selena. It was really just bashing her fandom and really just bashing the people that are lying for her. I don't think that she had anything to do with that. So that's not, and that doesn't have anything to do with her. I just want to make that clear because I don't want people to think that I'm just bashing her, because I was not bashing her in this video at all. I wasn't bashing anybody in this video. This was really just showing like what people say on the internet, and what people just say you cannot take as fact, and you should fact check, because I fact checked a lot and I've realized like some things that I believe that just were not true, and I felt bad about it because you spew hate towards these people because you think they're such bad people, but they really aren't. There's no evidence to prove all of these claims and all of these lies, and so I just kind of wanted to put this out there so that you would know, and that you would maybe refrain from like calling Kylie Jenner a man stealer. Anyways, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of all of the things that I showed you in this video, and please do subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.